we've got a real treat. We're going to be sitting down with Dave and Kathy Salisbury, the CEOs and owners of the Brokerage, the real estate station right here in Argyle, Texas. We had the opportunity to come alongside them and partner with them to do a rebrand after over 30 years of them having a look and a feel. And they came to me and they said, hey, we want to modernize, but we don't want to lose the charm. They have had such a phenomenal experience working with us, and it's made such a difference in their business that they have chosen to sit down and talk about their experience. And so we're going to sit down and we're going to learn from Dave and Kathy Salisbury just a little bit about their rebranding experience with Message Masters. Well, Dave, Kathy, super excited, number one, to have worked with you, and super excited for you guys to share your thoughts, your insights, some of the things that were brought to your attention through the rebrand process, and really to share kind of the inner workings of how we go about doing a rebrand. Tell me what was going on in the organization that led you to say, we need someone that can come in here and help us modernize our business.
Well, with all things in life, it was God's timing. We were actually relocating our office. So I knew we were modernizing the building we were going to be in. And I had talked to several different people and had gotten feedback about, is there a need to refresh? Basically, I asked people what they thought about the colors of our old building. That's what really started it. Yeah. They're like, it's, what it is, it's all period colors from train era. So yeah. There was a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Said,
and we sat down at 407 Barbecue.
I was going to talk about that. When we sat down with you at 407 Barbecue, genius was the only thing that I took from everything you said. You just amazed me with your creativity, your knowledge, and I was sold just talking to you that first time. Honestly, I'm like, wow, we need this guy.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember going home and I was talking about how much you opened up on the very first time we met. And I was like, that's a guy that knows where he is.
Yeah.
My expectation was great, new logo, some this, some of that, a little refresh on the website, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 100 times deeper than that.
We didn't know what we needed. I think when we contacted you, we didn't know what we needed.
Yeah. You knew something needed to change, but you didn't quite know what and where and how quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really wanted to let you run with it too, which was not, when you're an entrepreneur, you've been doing this your whole life, you're the guy.
Yeah.
There's nobody else to answer the questions or say yes, do that, whatever. Yeah. So to let loose with you, I felt that from the day one, and literally it was so organic, the whole process. It's mind-blowing, honestly.
And you know what stood out? Like, you really cared about our business. We weren't just another line on the docket or whatever. Like, I felt you really wanted to help us transform our business and refresh it. I mean, I really felt that connection with you because you own a business, so you understand business owners ourselves. So I really felt that.
Yeah, Matt, you understand the value of connectivity. I mean, literally, even during the process, just talking to you, I need this or whatever, you're giving them to me like 2 minutes later on the text. We've met 4 or 5 new vendors and done all kinds of things that literally was no original plan to even do.
Yeah.
So it's been an extraordinary journey.
From my perspective, just to be totally honest, I was starstruck when I finally got to meet you guys. I'd heard so much about your legacy here and the impact that you all have made and just the influence you have. And I remember thinking, like, how is this even happening for me? Like, how are these really important people, taking the time to get to know me and sit down and learn more about me? I was just absolutely just blown away at how down to earth you guys were and easy to talk to. And that's really what gave me the confidence to open up and just kind of tell you as it was and not try to sell you on anything and not try to do any of those, overhyping or overselling something. I just figured these are normal people.
Yeah. Who love people.
Who love people, love this town. And I think they want to continue to do something really good and positive here. And I was let me just level with them on that.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the process itself. Okay. In your own words, and I know this is kind of a loaded question, but we got plenty of time to kind of talk this through. Explain the process that I took you guys through. If you could break it down into like the first thing we did and the second thing we did and the third thing we did, just so that people have an understanding of really the context of what a rebrand really does entail.
Yeah. Well, the first thing we did was meet you in person.
Yeah.
And then I remember you giving me a questionnaire.
Yeah.
Say, hey, and it was very detailed. And you have to give kudos to Matt because I am not that guy. I'm all day long, and to sit down and go through 10, 15, 20 pages of questions is not easy for me to do at all. So
one of the best things, how about when we did the Zoom call with all the prominent players or people in our business?
Yeah.
And we all shared different things so he would understand who we were and things about us.
I think that was probably step 3 or 4, but definitely that was part of the process. So meeting you, hearing your story, getting to hear some of your past and your successes, giving us a very good idea of some things you've done in the past, and outline of, hey, here's what's next for you. There was never a time where we didn't know the next step.
True.
I like the time when we met in person, when we were further along in the process, and we brought our current marketing person.
Yeah.
And you presented us some of the not trinkets, some of the items.
Oh, marketing items,
yeah. Yeah, marketing items.
It was kind of the first reveal. Like after we had talked and learned everything we could about, we said, hey, let our team work. Let's kind of put some things in motion.
Yeah.
And then we sat at the Denton Country Club.
Yep.
That's where it was, the Denton Country Club, a little restaurant there. And we brought all the things that we had been working on. And tell us a little bit about what that experience was like for you.
Well, the booklet was all about us, and I've never seen a booklet with all of our stuff in it before. So to see our name on every page and things that were written to help us explain our mission statement and things like that was almost like reading our baby book or something, and then seeing the little pictures of ideas that we can reflect. I love the visuals. I loved all the writing. We went through it. It was really, I loved that.
I remember one of the first moments where I was kind of like, okay, I'm letting this go out too far, was when we were redoing the logo.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm hot button on the logo change because, things that we've talked about in the past, but you did such a good job of coming up with a fresh new logo that was, in my mind, the old logo.
Yeah.
So to me, that was a very important piece, and you were patient enough to go through that process with us. And then just coming up with the acronyms, the maximize your the tracks.
Huge.
That's the genius part. Like, we would have never thought of that.
I couldn't explain to people. I'd say, hey, you don't get it until you meet this guy, and you'll get it. Wow. They literally don't get it because there's so many people who talk a game in this world, because I think that's what our society's created nowadays. People like to talk it. Lord knows who lives fake on Instagram and Facebook nowadays, but they actually have results. And just thorough results too.
Yeah. I like the section where you talked about our agents when we were making the statements, so we could attract like-minded agents. So we were able to verbalize how we do business. So we would attract people who would like to do business like how we do. Honestly, and for others.
So I love the 2 pieces. Hey, here's what the real estate station is. 100%. Something I could literally hand to somebody. This is what we are, which I love. And then to my own employees and agents to say, this is who we are. 2 different pieces. And turn around to them and go, this is who we are. So they know what we're looking for, like-minded people.
Up until that point, we haven't been able to say that, or even had the idea to even say that.
After we came to the table and we showed you guys all of kind of the first round of what your brand could look like through the pamphlets, through the mugs, through the t-shirts, the jackets, all the kind of cool stuff that we brought to the table. Once that happened, was there a shift in the way that you guys viewed this project?
Oh yeah, that made it fun. Because I'm very visual, so I was like, oh wow, this is really happening.
So I can imagine you run into every kind of personality.
Sure.
Humans, there's a lot of entrepreneurs around here. It's what people do. But you were a perfect match for us. Perfect, literally. And I felt like what we have, I consider like a little vault that we haven't even opened. Literally. I ordered some cups. I got some t-shirts. I've started using them. We haven't even opened the vault. So I want to keep it closed for a little bit and get some little pieces of gold out of it and put them back in.
So I like how Matt read you to figure out your availability and what is your schedule like. So when he needed things, you were patient with him or reminded him. Never felt angry or never made him feel stressed out or anything. Good. So I think you're good at reading your clients really well.
There's a balance, right? I want to honor everyone that I work with, because you put blood, sweat, tears, money, time, energy, sacrifice so much. This is yours.
Yeah.
At the same time, I know you guys want to see results, right? And I know you guys want to see things happening. And so, yeah, you know, there are times where I need to extend a little bit of that grace, just because you guys got stuff going on.
Yeah.
And it isn't like life went on hold just because you decided to do a rebrand.
Yeah.
All the things that you were actively doing still were happening. We added this extra thing.
Yeah.
And so I try to approach it, you know, from an owner's perspective of, you know, hey, these people have a lot of stuff going on. This is an extra thing. My pressure on them is not going to help this process at all. But extending that grace and then providing a little bit of that coaching along the way. I'm glad that you guys received that really well.
Yeah, we appreciate your understanding too.
I'll tell you, even the rebranding process helped me make decisions the way this office got finished.
Yeah.
You know, the table, the wall behind you, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
They're all part of that feeling that I got from that rebrand.
You were like a consultant for our interior design.
Yeah. No, it really helped
because
out.
your brand touches everything.
Yeah.
It's not just a logo.
Right.
It does touch, how do we design our spaces? What environment are we inviting people into? How are we treating people?
Right.
You know, what things are we saying yes to? What things are we saying no to? Because all those things will either polish your brand or they'll tarnish it. And I love how you guys have fully embraced, even down to the details and nuances of your style, personality, and this modernization that we took you guys through, that you are embracing it fully.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple of days ago, we had a meeting.
Yep.
And you said something that I think I've been trying to communicate as a value to what we do. You talked about your mindset completely changed. You were thinking one way, and then something that we did, an exercise or a step in the journey, something happened where you were like, whoa, my mind is totally thinking different about this than it was prior. Can you maybe take us through that, and to the best of your ability, you know, what triggered it, and how has that changed your thinking about your own business?
As I was getting older, I was getting to the point of, hey, I don't need to work this hard, I can do other things, and was not focused on the others around me and what they needed me to do for their success. And that, you know, it's all inclusive of my kids coming through, my son's in the industry, my daughter's in the industry, and then my impact on everybody else that works with me. There's 25 realtors, where I was just okay with good enough, but now we just took it to a whole nother level.
That's right, we maximized it.
Oh, yeah. We took it to a whole nother level. Literally.
Which raises the stakes for everybody. Not just the people around you, but it called you guys to adjust your thinking and adjust the way that you're managing.
Well, in the community development piece. So going back through and doing that filming that day, you literally get home, you're like, okay, I literally built those streets in that neighborhood. I literally built those houses.
So much fun.
I sold those marketing. We sold that neighborhood to that developer. You just, I guess, you don't look at it from that perspective. And that was the big mindset change. Actually, we created these things. And I feel like we're doing the same thing now in our other office.
That's right.
I literally feel like we're creating things like that in St. Joe.
Yeah, it feels good.
Oh yeah, it's legacy. I mean, you hate to use that cliche word legacy because everybody uses it, but it truly is. I mean, there's literally streets in this neighborhood we named.
Wow.
Well, you know, one of the things that we try to do is we try to highlight people's value, both to the individual themselves, because sometimes we can beat up ourselves and not think that we're doing anything of value or that we're not a very good person or things like that. But not only that personal value, but also understanding how important what you're doing through your business is and how much value that brings to the world. Through this process, would you say that you are able to see a different level of value both personally and in your business through going through this process?
Yeah. It's like a fresh start. Yeah, I feel like it's a different business almost, even though the heart's the same. Like the outside, the way we project ourselves seems fresh, new, fun. A
lot of fun.
Professional.
A lot of fun.
I love that.
Well, and when somebody tells you, you know, when you go, sometimes when you're in it, you're not seeing it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So I've been in it for 22 years, or 23 years, so I don't see it. Then when you go, let's go film, let's go talk about some neighborhoods you've done and this and that, you're like, oh my gosh. self-reflection
starts to add up.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you're like, okay, there's been 6 mayors in this town, or maybe more than that since we've been here. And having the influence of meetings with them and counsel people and taking pieces of land and saying, okay, this needs to be a commercial building because that's what the town needs. It's very humbling for one, but it's also empowering. And another, because you're like, wow, this is really you'd like to think it would have happened without you somehow. You know that you directly impacted and made it happen. So that's right. That's pretty cool. That's right. And you helped with that because, like I said, I would have never drug that out of myself.
I wanted to bring up something when we first started. I knew that I liked you from before our first meeting. You're very charismatic. I just was drawn, like, this is a really nice, fun guy. Like, I love talking with you. But when he started bringing to me about us rebranding with your help, I don't know if you remember this. At first, I'm like, why do we need to do that? Like, I didn't think we needed help. Like, why do we need someone to, like, everybody. I just didn't see it. He was getting on board. I'm like, well, what does he do? Like, I really had no idea. And I wasn't a quick buy-in. Because,
I do remember that. It did take you a while to finally turn over.
It did. I'm like, I don't know. Like, we spend money on all these things. Like, do we really need to pay message masters to rebrand us? I didn't know what that meant, So, but I just think if we didn't, like, where would we be? I'm just so thankful Dave understood and you guys talked enough to really get the point across.
And honestly, there was a lot of blowback.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was blowback all over the place. Even the color change was blowback. I'm like, now hindsight, gosh, that is so clean and crisp and new compared to what it was. And then the hardest, how do you say it? The biggest
obstacle
person against it.
Oh, okay.
Literally now sends me text, hey, that's the greatest video that I've ever seen. Things like that.
We won them over.
Worked for us for 20 plus years. It's like, wow. They're seeing the results, and all of them are all loved it on board. But when I used to tell them, hey, you don't understand until you meet this guy. And that's why, do you remember when we first met at 407, you're like, I cannot come into your company and teach them what we've done. That's your job. You told me it was my job. It's scary to me because it's so thorough and so good. I haven't even scratched the surface with my people because it take 7 days in a row of meetings for 4 or 5 hours to do it. And
it's a new culture, it's a new mindset, it's a new way of operating.
And realtors are notorious for ADD, so there's no way I could ever sit them that long to go through that. But they already know the vision and feel it because they're being surrounded by it. That's the craziest part.
If we knew then how happy we are now, we would have signed up before you even asked. Really.
Kathy, you brought up something that, if I can be totally transparent, has been a big frustration for my business. People say, man, I see this guy everywhere. I see his videos. He's like at every event all over town. What does this guy do?
He works magic. That's what he does.
My question is, when do you sleep?
They got 4 kids at home. They're all sports. So I have tried my best to communicate what I do. As someone who has gone through the whole process, every aspect of who I am, what I bring to the table, what I walk people through. If you were sitting across from another business, how would you describe what we do?
I feel like I'm going to cry when I say this, because you're like the doctor that we didn't know we needed. It's true.
Don't make me get too.
I mean, it's like you entered ourselves and you helped us project who we are and freshen us up and fix things that we didn't know needed to be fixed. And you were such a blessing to us.
Well, and in the best way, because I believe there's people that want to be boastful in this world. There's people who want to be, want to show you their new car in a video, and I mean, just things that, whatever. But to be able to organically and truthfully tell the story and it be that great of a story. I would explain it to people of, you can change their lives. You can change their business, which is better for their life. I would say if they don't embrace the process, then they're the ones that are losing out on that deal, 100%. So I think if people need to, when they get into the self-reflection, they need to believe in the process. It's always a challenge.
Yeah.
What starts with trusting him too.
Process, people. I mean, that's just the way it's got to be. And if they'll let you help them get to their greatest, that's what you do. You do a great job of getting people to their greatest.
Yeah, I love that.
How about that?
Dude, I'm going to use that as a tagline now. I'll get you to your greatest.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
And I'd also say he's worth every single penny that you charged us. You were worth every penny. And I also feel like if you had your business set up in Dallas or Los Angeles or New York, like you would have a year waiting list for people to be served by you.
Yeah, you got to figure out how you scale that MAT mind.
Yeah.
That's what MN should stand for, the MAT mind.
Man, y'all are dropping new marketing content and brand content for my business in this interview.
They just have to do it and trust that it's going to transform their business. They just have to trust.
Yeah, trust the process. That's the hardest thing to do as an entrepreneur is trust somebody else with your process because we know what's best. We've been doing this for whatever.
And we don't get any kickback or any money for saying that.
No.
It's from our heart.
I was just happy I wasn't going to get another bill. I did such a good job at the end. The exit interview is a phenomenal thing too. Because the exit interview is very detailed, and that means that somebody's got the mindset of understanding of, hey, what can I improve on?
Yes.
Exit interview, it's just like when you lose an employee. Great to do an exit interview. The worst thing in the restaurant business is somebody drives away mad, doesn't tell you what you did wrong. You can't fix it.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know.
right.
So exit interview was a great process too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so very much for that feedback. I mean, it's humbling, and there are times that I think those things about my business and what I do, but then there's times where I think, does anybody even care? And am I just a big hype guy? Am I selling a bag of useless goods?
No.
And sometimes I get real discouraged. Yeah, for sure. And to hear you guys articulate the work that we do at a soul level. Not even beyond the logo, beyond the video. All that stuff's gonna be good. But within the human, that's. I mean, I was a pastor for 20 years, so my heart is I want to help people at the deepest level. And the fact that God has me in this unique vehicle right now to be able to do that, and it is actually happening. I mean, that's just incredibly gratifying to me. It's incredibly humbling that, holy cow, even though I'm not behind the pulpit per se anymore, God's still using my life to impact others.
Because you're helping us be successful so we can bless others.
That's right.
The most part, send me somebody that has a doubt. Send me somebody that has a doubt about what you do.
I 100% believe you guys are going to be advocates and ambassadors.
Sit down and explain.
You're going to go bust kneecaps for me, and I love that.
It's so enjoyable to work with, and your photographers and your team too. Everyone who helped.
It wasn't just me. There was a big team of people working behind the scenes to help make this happen.
Even when we filmed, you're like, hey, we got this place. We get there, I was like, oh my God, this is an extraordinary house and food. And you're like, hey, stop there. We're filming this. You guys were doing 4 or 5 different filmings in one house. It was.
Felt like I was in LA actually.
Oh
it was great.
We might just do it again in a year or two just because it's fun.
It was just fun. It was a blast. Everyone making memories.
Not the whole rebrand. Have a filming.
That's going to last for quite a while. I think we're okay there.
It's a good investment since it lasts forever. It's a great investment.
That's right.
That's
right. That's what we try to do. We try to build content that's authentic, that clearly tells your story, and it doesn't get old. Because I'm pretty sure you're not planning on fundamentally changing who you are as human beings anytime soon. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to do the same thing with your business. And so let's get down to the heart of why it really exists, and let's get really good at telling that story.
It was definitely a blessing for me because now with my children and my son literally is coming into the business, I can clearly say this is how we did it. This is how it gets done. I mean, it's literally.
You know what I love about how Matt helped us tell our story? We had never told our story. We never even thought about our story. We were just living the story.
That's right.
So now we're like, we do have a story. Let's tell it. We would have never told our story.
It's funny because every business has a journey. I mean, even the guy next door makes bagels. He's got, hey, this is why I make bagels.
That's right.
And what I did to get here to make bagels.
That's right. And he's got something to bring to the table. We all do.
Oh, yeah.
And so thank you for letting me pull that out of you guys and get you comfortable with it, because it isn't a braggadocious thing.
Braggadocious is the word I was looking for earlier.
That's right. It's not that. It is being honest about how God made you, the desires He put in your heart, and the work ethic He's given you to make a difference in the lives of other people.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you guys have been doing under the radar for 20 plus years here in this community. And I just happen to see two amazing people who've been doing amazing work, but most people didn't know who you were. And I love that we're finally cracking that open and reintroducing you to this community and helping them to see the real value that you've played over the last few decades and the vision that you have for the future, which is so inspiring. And it's going to continue to set the pace for how this community grows, and especially the new community out in St. Joe. I mean, you guys are going to be fundamental in where that community goes. We are blessed. We're blessed to have you guys.
Thank you for helping write our story and showing our movie of us. We would have never thought to do that.
Actually, she was in tears the other day. I go, hey, Matt released one of the videos, and I got confused because there were 2 or 3, but I was like, which one is it? And it ended up it was the same one, just formatted differently, but she literally was crying in tears about it. I was like, wow.
It's your life right there. You're opening up your life, your journey to people. And there's some risk with that, because some people might be like, oh, who cares, blah, blah, blah. But there's going to be people who've been sitting on the sidelines saying, I've heard about these people, and I'm glad I actually know who they are now. And I feel like I know them.
And I'll tell you, one of my biggest philosophies is I'm not worried about what other people think. If I was, I wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't be in business.
We got nothing to hide.
I'm not worried about what other people think.
No skeletons.
Well, let's take a turn as we kind of wrap things up. Now, companies, businesses, let's just be honest. Results matter. Results matter. And we can sit there and have nice new logos and new videos and blah, 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 all the glitz and glitter. But at the end of the day, it needs to be effective. It actually needs to help grow the business. So we just wrapped up your guys' brand, and you've been kind of trickling some stuff out here and there. What kind of immediate impact has this rebrand had on your business, and what kind of impact are you already seeing this new version of the real estate station having with public perception and the way that the community is responding to this new chapter in your journey?
I think it's already had a big impact. Our marketing person presented at our office meeting the stats.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember some of them if you want to hear them. Some of them were up 500%, 700%. I think we went from 4,700 views in 1 month to the next month 17,000 views. And these are just properties, and literally pivoting from posting just sold or under contract or whatever to people don't need to see. It's like that car alarm that just goes off and nobody looks at it anymore. Literally getting to the point of telling a story behind the ranch you sold in Bowie.
That's right.
Or the story, whatever. And that was something you taught us. I can tell you we're up $17 million over last year at the same time.
Wow.
I mean, and this is probably not the economy everybody's think is the best. It's very bipolar nowadays.
There were results.
I love that.
We haven't even grasped all those yet. So
well, let's have some fun. If you were to forecast, how much of an impact do you think what you guys just did is going to have by this time next year? What would just your mind conservatively? What do you think the work we did here is going to make an impact in the future?
Wow, all the work we did, all the videos and everything. Wow.
I'm a numbers guy. She's
I don't know. I'm just thinking a lot. People are just gonna be eye-opened, just amazed.
Yeah, I think through the journey of learning more about ourselves, even though you think you know everything about yourself, through that journey, I've now reinvigorated the connectivity to the community and people that matter. And like I said, contacts make contracts.
Let's go, baby.
I love that. I feel like that's more embraced and better already, no matter what. And we'll be a lot stronger in the years to come. But just the numbers wise, I mean, if we're up 17 million 6 months in, that's 30, 40, 42 million next year up. So we just need to find lots of buyers to buy the things we have for sale. So, and my, oh gosh, I forgot all about this. Some of my favorite agents we've attracted with our new I mean, I love all of our agents, but we have some agents, I mean, St. Joe in here that are some of the best agents we've ever had. And I think I know it is. They've told me. It's the branding, the embracement, the community involvement, the direct sewing in to the community.
You told your story and they were compelled by it.
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh, this is what these people really do?
Yeah.
Oh, I want in on that.
Yeah.
Same thing though. People telling me, oh, we didn't know you would ever have new agents. Like, if you're going to positively contribute to our business, we're going to talk, no matter what.
It kind of reminds me of when you make a small investment, like say you hire a stager for your house, the amount you pay for the staging will get so much more value for the house when you go to sell it. It reminds me of like we paid you to help us, but thinking of the future, what did that number look like? It will be quadruple, And what we paid you was a drop in the bucket.
And it doesn't have to be a monetary thing. It just the
reputation, the brand awareness, the perception, the attracting of new talent, the new opportunities that people are going to bring. You don't have to hunt them down anymore. They can now see you, and they are now bringing you work as opposed to you going and having to hunt them down.
I actually feel different about our business just myself. I mean, it's even changed me.
Yeah, definitely. I feel prouder than I've ever felt. I'm definitely more engaged than I've ever been.
Yeah.
As you get older and you have certain successes, you disengage a little bit, but I'm fully engaged now. I literally, when I'm not here working with agents doing the projects, whatever, am at home learning more about our own business, which haven't had that drive in 5 or 6 years.
It was a fun process. We had fun.
Love the process.
Video
it wasn't
shoots.
painful.
Yeah.
It was not
And
painful.
to see other people
Ideas.
in our community that are influential
Yeah.
that are seeing it. I talked to Marty B last night. He loves the video. He's going to forward it. Ryan McCarthy, Jim down at the Little Joe's.
Little Joe's, yeah.
What's really funny is you look back and you're like, I never even thought of them as influential. But they are.
They are incredibly
Never
influential.
even thought about it. And I've had more people ask me to do something for them too. I'm like, I never thought I was influential either. So it's again humbling, but it's exciting. Very exciting.
I love that. Again, this is your baby.
Yeah.
You have spent most of your life pouring in, developing, making hard choices, going through hard times to keep this thing running. So absolutely. You're in control. You're still the captain. I'm just the one who's saying, hey, I think there might be a different way to the same destination, but we kind of have to take the ship this way. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
I wish I'd been doing it for 30 years. That means I would have started when I was 20. Instead of doing it 20 years, I would have started when I was 30.
Message Masters didn't exist back then, so we had to wait till he was here.
Talk about divine timing. Seriously, think about all that.
It's
moving
wild.
offices.
It is wild.
I'm having thoughts in the back of my brain about let's redo something, let's change something, let's do this, and you came along. And,
and you guys were ready to write your own chapter. I think that's a really cool part of the story that people don't understand the significance of. George Cole, he started this thing. He's got a deep, long legacy. Teresa comes over, turns this thing into a machine, just overkill. And you guys take it right, as the economy is tanking, COVID-19, you guys have had to really work your tail off to pivot to make this happen. And you've kind of did it under the radar as, hey, we're just continuing what George and Teresa kind of started. But I love the fact that you're saying, no, this is our time. This is our time.
I bought a real estate business in 2008.
You know what? Maybe it's insane. Maybe it was divine appointment.
Definitely was. Because we pivoted we did. And, I don't even reflect back upon all those different directions I've gone. But it's a journey for sure.
All right, here's the last thing I kind of want to just pick your guys' brain about. We talk to a lot of businesses, and all of them are like, hemming and hawing, like, I don't know. If you were sitting across from a business who has learned a little bit about us, and they're kind of on the fence, what would you say to that individual?
Get off the fence. Do it.
I would tell them,
worth it.
Come visit with me, and so we can talk, off record, personally.
Yeah.
But I would also ask them why they are resistant and what do they see the next 5 or 10 years being? Do they think it's going to stay the same? I mean, in my business at least, it doesn't matter. In the real estate industry, you have to pivot because the real estate industry changes
all the time.
I literally had this conversation with a client yesterday. What we started at marketing 6 months ago is not the same thing today. And next 6 months from now won't be the same thing either. So I think that's why you see businesses come in and out, because they're resistant to that. And that's a tactical mistake, literally.
And what I would say is you might be an expert in your field of business, but Matt is an expert in businesses. Yeah.
That lady right there.
Yeah.
There you go. That's awesome. I love that.
We may not have a creative business, but your mind is so creative and you have a passion to help people so much that overrides, or that comes like as an umbrella over people's individual businesses.
Well, yeah, everybody has a God-given talent, in my opinion. Some people can sing like a bird. I literally get teary sometimes. She'll tell you, watching singers.
Yeah.
Some people are great at communicating with someone to sell something.
Yeah.
Some people are great at putting a bunch of stuff together and go, hey, this will work, and make it work. Yeah. Others are great at marketing and making others' visions come to reality.
Visionary.
That's what message master
storytellers. Yeah.
MM, the man.
They need you. They just don't know they need you. I'd say message masters is worth every penny and
Definitely.
more.
That's what I said yesterday when I said I'm not going to get another invoice.
Well, now I'm going to have to pay you for this interview.
But I'm going to tell you.
No, that would diminish the honest or the integrity. No, we're not taking one penny to talk here.
I would say that somebody has to trust the process. That's hard, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And then be delighted at the results.
Yeah. They will be delighted. I can guarantee it.
Definitely.
Well, it was obviously an absolute pleasure working with you guys. Getting to know you, I think, has been just the best part. Getting to know your personality, your heart for this community, your heart for people. I think that's what I'm gonna, take with me the rest of my life. Is it's just two people who love people and want to help others succeed and want to invest in the community in which we all live in.
Yeah.
Even if it requires them to stay up later than they want to, get up earlier than they want to.
I feel like you're talking about yourself. Everything you're saying about us, I feel it's you.
If anything, I'm being inspired by y'all.
Oh, good.
If anything.
Good.
Because you've been doing this for a long time in this town, and I'm glad that we're finally getting people more familiar with the impact and the heart that you guys have. And I hope and pray that it continues to open up opportunities for y'all and attract top talent, because
it already has.
You're worth it.
It already has.
You guys are worth it. Like, as just good human beings.
We appreciate
it.
I love that. Thank you.
Hey,
I wish you the best too.
This probably won't make the cut, but if you'll do the things that others won't do, you'll have the things others won't have.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
And that's what we're all trying to do.
And season 2.
Yes, we can't forget about my wife.
That's
She
right.
has been pivotal. Sarah DeVee has been phenomenal, pivotal, and encouraging.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Dustin Wilson with Madison Gravity Media who stepped in. My friend out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, helped us putting all the marketing collateral together, the messaging.
Yep.
Sayla, I got you, girl. Express My Brand. Make sure to go check her out. So many great people got to be a part of this project, and I'm just glad that it all came together and that you guys are fired up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Great.
We appreciate it big time, man.
Thank you.
It's a great
working with you.
Love you guys.
Love you too. I'm gonna cry again.
You've heard it straight from Dave and Kathy. Message Masters, as I've learned today, isn't just helping people master their message, but it's quite literally changing people's lives.
That's very true.
Love to work with you next.
Peace. All right.
Awesome.
Good. Great job, guys.
That was fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
See what the boy
We meant it
Charles
too.
are doing back
We
here.
meant it.
Yes.
Yeah, give me a hug, guys. That was
Some people
awesome.
are away.
This is the best gift.